Back here at home, it was another violent weekend in this country. 55 shot in Chicago, 7 dead. The police chief in Seattle pleading to get guns off the streets. ABC's Alex Brochet with our report, teaming up with our ABC stations across the country to investigate what's driving this rise in violence.
Tonight, the country dealing with an epidemic of gun violence, from Houston to Pittsburgh.
But it's just been worse since the pandemic lifted, since we lifted the restrictions.
In Chicago, a total of 51 people have been shot this weekend, 7 of them fatally. Among the dead, a 15 and 16-year-old. Over 200 children have been shot in Chicago this year alone. And last night in Seattle, at least 3 people were killed, 5 injured. Police investigating the scene of one deadly shooting when they received calls of gunshots about a mile away.
Shots were fired and everyone scattered.
There were a bunch, like maybe 7 shots fired consecutively.
The Seattle police chief pleading for peace on Twitter.
We've got to figure out a way to get the guns off the streets.
The latest weekend wave, part of a troubling trend in recent months. ABC News, along with its own stations, affiliates, and the Gun Violence Archive, attempting to document every shooting this past week. Look at this map. More than 1,000 incidents, over 430 dead, 1,000 wounded. And many of these attacks brazen, playing out in broad daylight. ABC's Pierre Thomas on the ground in New York City.
Who are the victims?
When you look at who's getting shot in this city right now, it's about 97% people of color. It's way off the charts.
Lindsay, 2020 was the deadliest year for shootings in the U.S. in at least 2 decades. And 2021 is on pace to surpass those numbers. DOJ strike forces in 5 cities, including Chicago and D.C., to crack down on illegal guns. Lindsay.
This DJ Trendie back with the latest news. Please like and subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thank you. Today I will be talking about the 55 people shot and 11 dead in Chicago this past week. Prayers goes out to the victim's family. According to Chicago News Report, a man who was shot while standing outside with 3 other people in the Austin neighborhood was one of 11 people killed in shootings over the weekend in Chicago. According to the Chicago Police Department, 55 people were shot in 44 separate shooting incidents between Friday evening and Sunday night. That included a 29-year-old man who was shot and killed in the 700 block of North Lockwood at 11:57 p.m. Friday, after he was approached by 3 unknown suspects. 3 others who were with the man were also shot, but survived, according to police. A 31-year-old man was killed hours later after being shot in the head by an acquaintance during an argument in the 2800 block of West Van Buren, police said. The alleged shooter, 31-year-old Taj Moore, was arrested at the scene. According to police, Moore said he shot the victim following a physical altercation. But surveillance footage revealed there was no fight, and Moore walked up behind the victim and shot him in the back of the head, Police Superintendent David Brown said. Other fatal shootings over the weekend included: first incident, a 26-year-old who was killed in a drive-by shooting in the 12,000 block of South Union at around 6:48 p.m. Friday. Second incident, a 30-year-old man who was walking on the sidewalk in the 5100 block of South Marshfield when he was fatally shot at around 12:38 a.m. Sunday by someone riding in a gray sedan. Third incident, a man who was shot in the stomach and hand at around 4:08 p.m. Sunday in the 1700 block of West 79th Street. He was later pronounced dead at an area hospital. Fourth incident, a 30-year-old man who was killed after being shot in the shoulder at around 7:30 p.m. Sunday in the 5500 block of West Rice. Fifth incident, a 31-year-old man killed in the 900 block of North Lawler after he was approached by a suspect and shot in the head and body just after 10 p.m. Sunday. Sixth incident, a 49-year-old male who was killed while he was speaking to someone in a parked black sedan in the 7700 block of South Normal at around 10:24 p.m. Sunday. Police said an occupant in that vehicle opened fire, striking the man multiple times. Seventh incident, a man was killed and a 27-year-old woman was wounded in a shooting in the 7600 block of South St. Lawrence at around 11:23 p.m. Sunday. 6 people were also shot at a party Saturday night in the 5000 block of West Ohio. All of those victims survived, including 4 teenagers and a 12-year-old who were shot. CPD Chief of Detectives Brendan Denahan said the group was hosting a graduation party when 2 unknown individuals drove up and opened fire. According to Denahan, police do not yet have a motive for the shooting, which he called an extremely tragic and unfortunate incident. So far in 2021, there have been 2,223 people shot and 405 people killed, including 26 juveniles, according to CPD data. So sad. Again, my prayers goes to the family and friends of the victims. I will be updating you guys as these stories develop. So hit that subscribe button for updates and additional news. What do you think about the tragic killings and deaths in Chicago? Let me know in the comments section below and hit that subscribe and like button before you go. Thanks for watching.